Everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mirai Club. Today, I'm walking over to Avis for yet again, another rental car because the hydrogen infrastructure has been down. At least my primary and my secondary stations called to request a rental. Talked to Toyota Mirai support. They granted me the rental. And I'm on my way to pick it up. Called earlier today. Sorry for the road noise. And we're gonna go pick it up. But for those of you that are new to the channel, yes, you get free rentals if you have a Toyota Mirai, and if and only if the hydrogen stations, your primary and your secondary ones, are down. I know some other people have said that's not necessarily true. It has to be other ones in the area. I think it's a case-by-case basis, because if you're in like Orange County or LA, in the LA proper, there are many stations within like a 15-mile radius. So just to pick one or two within that group would be probably not ideal for Toyota. So in my case, my stations are Diamond Bar and Baldwin Park, that are kind of on their own relative to all the other stations. So anyway, long-winded way of saying I'm getting a free rental. Fuel is covered during my rental. Just got to make sure you have a receipt, original receipt. If you don't have an original receipt, you have to pair that duplicate with a bank statement, credit card statement, something to prove that it was you. Let's see. But yeah, follow me. We're gonna do that. I know there's been a lot of you that say there's good and bad about the car, but a lot of the heat is going toward the infrastructure, and it should. Case in point, Donut Media, one of the largest car enthusiast channels on YouTube, just did another video on the Mirai. And yeah, I mean, stuff said about the car, but the main part was the infrastructure. So I'd like to hear what you all think the solution could be to the infrastructure. Outside of, maybe it's government subsidies, maybe it's an ideal world where we all buy more hydrogen cars, I don't know. But what are some ways that could be improved? I think, in my opinion, it's not really a solution per se, but maybe a short-term remedy or a positioning thing, is that instead of having many hydrogen stations, have a couple and have them work all the time. That's the way people think they're reliable, and we could scale up from there, versus there's a bunch and a lot of them are down some of the time. That's my approach, or that's what I think should be done, versus let's just keep building them and then essentially have them not work some of the time, or a lot of the time for that matter, especially of those of you in Torrance, Palos Verdes area. All I see is red there all the time. So those are my thoughts. I'm gonna go head to Avis, almost there. Sorry, I'm so sweaty. Decided to take a walk there instead. But let's go see what car we get. Alrighty, had this car before, I think the exact same one, but this is a Chevy Malibu rental special. They're very busy with Memorial Day around the corner. But start her up. Very basic, but very clean, mostly, except the little details, but it's okay. It's a rental. 3/8 left. But yeah, we did get this car. But again, I wanted to ask everyone what everyone thinks of the solution to the hydrogen status, if you will. And those of you that haven't watched my videos before, it's pretty simple. They give you a confirmation number from Toyota. You don't necessarily need it, from my experience. Your ID and your name is on file, or your name's on file, and you have to give your driver's license anyway. So you don't technically need it, from my experience. So you show up, they have your car ready usually, and yeah, and from my experience, at least with this Avis, and when I asked them, these other Avises and other rental car companies seem to have the same I guess, problem is that people aren't renting electric cars. And so therefore they'll usually ask if you want to rent an electric car, because people aren't renting them. So yeah, if you want to try it out, ask them, request it. But yeah, they're having trouble with that. So again, hydrogen, I really wish it was more sustainable right now, at least as a user. I'm not talking like the macroeconomics or the macro environment necessarily, but I'm just thinking, how do we make this more sustainable for users? And at $180 a full tank, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So we'll see. Let me know how you feel. Any rational solutions are please enter in the comments, or put in the comments, or you could just vent, I guess. But see you on the next one. We have a Chevy Malibu.